Now let's take a look at some other major activities in the National Assembly during the week. A federal lawmaker, Senator John Eno, has raised an alarm over the incursion of Cameroonian soldiers into Nigerian territory around the Danare-Dadi and Danare-Bordom axis of Cross River State. Presenting a motion on the floor, Senator Eno is also worried about the influx of Cameroonian refugees into border communities in Cross River State, revealing that over 6,000 refugees are currently squatting in uninhabitable conditions at Obanliku, Boki, Etong, and Ikom local government areas of the state.
Concerned that some school buildings now serve as temporary refugee camps, which are uninhabitable, and families that make use of them are deprived of private space and the right to family dignity. Further concerned that most of the refugees are ill and lack basic needs, while some are expectant mothers without medical care.
Federal lawmakers who contributed to the debate maintained that the territorial integrity of the country is on the line.
Nigerian territorial integrity has been violated by the Cameroonian soldiers. This is not the first time. This has happened severally, and yet no explanation has come to us. This Senate will be failing in its responsibility if we do not invite the Minister of Defense to tell us, to brief us, why another country should unilaterally invade our country under any pretext without any response. As of today, we do not know whether they did it because there's an agreement, either bilateral agreement, between Cameroon and Nigeria.
Following the debate, the Senate mandated its committee to invite the Minister of Defense, Mansour Danali, to brief members on the incursion, and also called on the Minister of Foreign Affairs to urgently liaise with his Cameroonian counterpart to secure the release of those abducted. Meanwhile, in the House of Representatives, the acting chairman of the Anti-Graft Agency, EFCC, Mr. Ibrahim Magu, came to Parliament to defend the budget of his agency. Mr. Magu details the performance of a 2017 budget and its asset recovery efforts.
Our committee has done a lot for the EFCC. Before now, a major complaint by the Commission was the issue of paucity of funds. It is on record that the committee, with the help of the House leadership, has ensured that the EFCC is well funded despite the present economic situation in Nigeria. In addition to providing funds yearly to support staff training and welfare in order to strengthen the capacity and improve staff morale, our committee has continually allocated funds for the completion of the EFCC head office, which was abandoned by the Jonathan administration. I am happy to inform that during our oversight visits to the construction site 2 weeks ago, the contractor handling the project, Julius Bradley, assured our committee that they will hand over the building to the Commission by the end of March this year.
This includes the final forfeiture of 32 billion naira and 5 million USD to the coffers of the federal government, recovered from the former Minister of Petroleum Resources. Recovery and final forfeiture of 449 million discovered at the Lezico Plaza in Victoria Island, Lagos.
He also included funds recovered from petroleum marketers, the Nigerian Ports Authority, and subsidy fraud.
The total recovery made by the Commission for the period January to December 2017 are about 473.06 billion. The USD is 98 million US dollars. The Great Britain is 294. The European is 7.24 million. Dirham is 443,000 dirham. And South African rand, this is an estimate.
According to the acting EFCC chairman, one of the major challenges of the agency is that of late and insufficient release of appropriated funds, a situation he hopes will not affect the 2018 budget of 21.69 billion naira. The committee also considered the budget of the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, which has recently been given self-accounting status. Now, this is where we call it a day on this week's edition of the Gavel. If you have any views on any of the issues discussed, please email us on thegavel@channelstv.com. Thank you for staying with us and see you again next week.